Okay, sir. Thank you. Good morning to all dignitaries of Annamalai University, guest speaker, keynote speaker, and all the respected participants from different parts of country and outside country also. Today, one-day national webinar organized by Department of Commerce, Annamalai University, in collaboration with Association of Mutual Funds in India on personal finance, support and wealth creation for startups, a roadmap. And we start this webinar with prayer. We start this webinar with prayer.
பண்றீங்களா திகழ்வது கண்டமதில் தெக்கணமும் அது
We start this webinar with prayer.
பண்றீங்களா? எஸ் சீராரும் வதனமென திகழ்வரது கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் அதிசிறந்து திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரிசனமும் திலகமுமே வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுறே எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே உன் சீலமை சிறமியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே ஸ்னாப் எடுப்பா அப்படியே எடு டக்குன்னு.
Thank you, sir, for all the participants, and after that, yes. I request to Dr. N. Periswamy, Professor of Commerce, Annamalai University, for welcome address. Please, sir.
Sir, thank you, sir. Good morning to all of you. First, I would like to convey my thankfulness to all of you.
Raja.
Give a welcome address. On behalf of legendary and iconic Department of Commerce of 10 decades old, I would like to roll out red carpet welcome to our distinguished Vice Chancellor, who has permitted us to hold webinar on the theme personal finance support and wealth creation for startups, a roadmap, a topic of relevance to current context. A warm welcome to you, sir. I go into rapture to welcome our youthful registrar, our chief patron for this ongoing academic event, whose support has enabled us to materialize this colorful event. I extend a cordial welcome to you, sir. Next, it is my privilege to welcome our esteemed Dean, sir, Dr. Ram Gopal, who is our eternal source of inspiration to organize this virtual one-day webinar. We welcome you with our both clubbed palms. It's great pleasure to see virtually our beloved Proton Head, Department of Commerce, Annamalai University, who has provided all sorts of support to organize this academic event. A warm welcome to you, sir. we give our rousing welcome to Sri Chatan Kumakia, DGM SEBI, who is rendering an eye-opening speech on SEBI, roll-up production of investors' interest in technical session 1, who has got a reservoir of experience in the sphere of mutual funds. On behalf of our legendary University of Heritage and illustrious Department of Commerce, a warm welcome, sir. The speech of the theme is supposed to expose the stakeholders of this conference to various challenges and opportunities upholding in the realm of mutual funds. Grand welcome to you, sir. Let me give my welcome to Sri Surya Kant Sharma, Senior Consultant AMFI and former DGM SEBI, a Pandit, authority, and exponent in mutual funds, who is going to enlighten our assorted audience on the theme personal finance support and wealth creation for startups, a roadmap. Undoubtedly, his illuminating speech out of 35 years of rich experience in the field of mutual funds provide intellectual feast to our audience. A royal salute to you, sir. We, the organizing committee, welcome you to this virtual conference with our bowed head in the utmost reverence. On behalf of the Department of Commerce and organizing team, I would like to receive the faculty members from Dr. KVR down to Dr. M. Rajarajan, deputy staff members for this honorable academic event. In addition to this, I would like to convey my welcome. The Vice Chancellor of Vara University, Bihar, Professor Suresh Prasad Singh, Dean and Professor of various institutions, India and abroad, Professor P.K. Agarwal, Professor Mohammed Arif Dhaka, Bangladesh, Professor Dipendra Kumar, Chairman, Kathmandu, Nepal, Professor Nain Matkar, Mauritius, Professor Mohammed Muri Pali, Dhaka School of Economics, Bangladesh, Professor Hirak Jyoti Ghosh, Maharishi University, Haryana, Professor Kikin Magastriji, Calcutta, Professor Raju Saravasti, Maharashtra, Professor Nanaraj, BSc, Professor D.K. Madan, IEA, Professor VCM Patnaik, KIIT University, Odisha, Professor Anuragav Agarwal, Professor Rajesh USA, Professor Sega Srinivasan, USA, Professor Tapas Misra, UK. Next, I would like to welcome our non-teaching staff members, technical supporting staff, who rendered a vital support to this ongoing conference. It would be failing. I would be failing in my duty if I do not welcome my colleague, Dr. R. Ramachandran, coordinator of this conference, whose effort and endeavor have culminated in the ongoing conference. An enthusiastic welcome to you, sir. Last but not least, our audience comprising of staff members of other departments of our university, affiliated colleges and other colleges, research scholars, final year students of MCOM and MPA programs deserve a warm welcome in whose interest this academic webinar is being organized. Finally, welcome to all of you, sir. I thank all of you for providing me a rare privilege to render welcome address. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, sir, for nice welcome address. And after that, sir, I request Dr. K. Govindarajan, Professor and HOD Department of Commerce, Annamalai University, for inaugural speech. Please, sir.
Most respected.
Yes, please, sir.
Most respected, our University Vice Chancellor and Registrar of our University and Dean Faculty of Arts, for their support only, we are now conducting this webinar. So in this occasion, first I pay my wishes to the person and the persons who are motivated to us to conduct the this webinar. Along with Dr. N. Pereswamy sir, who is presented the welcome address. Now, I welcome once again as the head of the department. I extend my warm welcome to the August gatherings in this webinar, in the physical form as well as in the online mode. It is my duty to pay my warm welcome to Mr. Chetan Pemiko, Deputy General Manager of SRI, who is going to deliver the webinar address in the topic of SEBI role as protection of investors' interest. And Mr. Suryakant Sharma, Senior Consultant, Association of Mutual Funds and a former PGM of SEBI, for going to present the personal finance support and necessary for startups, a roadmap. For both of them, I thank on behalf of our department, and with the help of their speech, we can be able to spread the investment knowledge to various stakeholders. In the inaugural speech, it is my duty to introduce about our university and the department in the year 1920 to serve the downtrodden and to promote the Tamil literature. Our first pro-chancellor, Raja Sir S.R. Annamalai found Sri Meenakshi College, Sri Meenakshi Tamil College, and Sri Meenakshi Sanskrit College in rural setup at Chidambaram. In 1928, Raja Sir Annamalai agreed to hand over the institution to establish this university. On the basis, 1929, Annamalai University was established as per Annamalai University Act 1928, Tamil Nadu Act of 1929. And recently, the most significant development in the enactment of the Annamalai University Act 2013, Tamil Nadu Act 20 of 2013, which was come into force from September 25th, 2013. After obtaining the assessment of His Excellence, the President of India, the Act of 13 has been amended, enacted. Act 32 of 2021 to render the university as an affiliating type. Consequently, the college is situated in the in and around district or affiliated by the Annamalai University. Our Annamalai University is graded as NAC in 1914 with A grade. We are watching for getting A++ in the forthcoming NAC. The university is the residential university with 10 faculties and 49 department of studies. The university does government services in taking education to the doorstep of the people who were otherwise far from access the center of higher learning. The university has initiated several innovative teaching programs over the years and has been a pioneer in distance education. We are the second in distance education after the Open University. We are also got the rank, NIR rank of 2021 in the band of 101 to 150. The Annamalai agreed type with the A grade by NAC in 2014. One of the Indian's largest public residential university with 10 faculties. As far as concerned with our Department of Commerce and University was started in the year of 1956. First with the Dept Register of Cooperatives from the Government of Tamil Nadu to teach cooperation as a subject. Dr. M.O. Matthew, M.Com Honors, took over the first head of the department in 1962. The department started flourishing in its academic achievements by producing bankers, business managers, entrepreneurs, university professors, college teachers, college professors, school teachers, auditors, cost accountant, IAS officers, police officers, government employees, and scholars of high order at the national and international level in its 63 years of service in society. As far as concerned with the mutual fund research, I am proud to say that in 1999, I undertook first research on assessing the mutual fund performance in the Department of Commerce. This is the first thesis related to mutual funds. Subsequently, our research scholars are doing many research on performance evaluation and investors' perception and behavioral studies with reference to the mutual funds and the capital market. In this occasion, I thank Association of Mutual Funds as the apex body of the mutual funds in India for pursuing my PhD degree in the mutual fund and services. Subsequently, now they are extended their help to organizing this webinar in this institution. So doubly, we are happy to associate with the Association of Mutual Funds of India. It is proud to have an academic association collaboration to conduct this national webinar on personal finance support and wealth creation for startups, a roadmap today. Therefore, the webinar at the outset touched upon the importance of financial securities of individuals. He emphasized that an investor should first think and ensure adequate life insurance, reasonable medical insurance, and emergency fund before embarking upon the journey of wealth creations through sustained investments, which is most essential for prosperity. He then made an law for regular savings and increasing the savings every year, minimum by 10%. He then dealt in details on the need for wealth creation for prosperity and emphasized that investors should not be money accumulator but wealth creator, which only would make them comfortable with regards to their money needs for their milestone in life. I assure and ensure that this national webinar is highly useful, beneficial, which enrich, enlighten, and encourage all the participants in the webinar. Once again, I thank all the participants and there are 1,642 participants are registered. They are joining in YouTube as well as Zoom link. With this, I inaugurated the webinar by way of giving thanks to Dr. R. Ramachandran.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for yes. Thank you, sir, for informative inaugural speech. And after that said, I request Dr. R. Ramachandran, Associate Professor of Department of Commerce, for further proceedings. Please, sir.
Thank you, sir. Very good morning. It's a great pleasure to join in this one-day national webinar on mutual funds and the investment awareness of the investors in India, of which it's a great proud to salute first to my Vice Chancellor of Annamalai University and the beloved Registrar of the University and most respected Dean of Arts and my beloved Professor and Head Department of Commerce and other professors of the department and associate professors of department. And I also thankful to the scholars and the students and the delegates over to be attending this webinar. It's a great pleasure to proceed the proceedings of this one-day national webinar. I request the first session chairperson, Sir Chetan Fumenia, Director General Manager of SEBI Securities Exchange Board of India, is a qualified company secretary. He has an experience of over 20 years in securities market related matters. Before joining SEBI, he worked as an assistant company secretary in a listed company in Rajkot, Gujarat for 7 years. He had independently handled work relating to buyback, listing, delisting, amalgamation, merger, takeover, etc. in relation to listed companies. After joining SEBI in 2007, he has worked in various areas of operations like investigation, inspections of market, intermediaries and stock exchanges, processing of offer documents for IPO, rights issue, and recovery of penalties. Currently, he is working in investment management department and is in charge of division handling inspections of mutual funds. Sir, I request you to take the session of this first one. Please, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to thanks a lot to the university and Amfi for organizing this seminar as a part of the investor awareness initiative. The idea behind Amfi conducting such programs is to create awareness so that investors can do further analysis, reach out to registered intermediaries, and take informed decisions on their investment. Under the SEBI Act 1992, SEBI is assigned with the responsibility to protect the interest of the investors in securities market and to promote the development of and to regulate the securities market. It is our duty to ensure smooth and systematic functioning of the securities market in India. I would like to mention that even during these tough times of COVID, where in many jurisdictions stock markets stopped functioning, SEBI ensured that markets in India were functional. As our today's topic of discussion is strategy for managing personal finance and wealth creation of startups, our larger audience, I probably think, are the entrepreneurs who are somehow engaged with the startup or the first-time investors. Therefore, it becomes important and it would be of interest to touch upon the subject of startups, or we say SMEs or MSMEs, and SEBI's role in regulating those entities. When we talk about startups, the basic problem that they face is about raising capital in their initial years. Because being at an infant stage, bank credit will not be available to them, looking at their track record. And finding investors could also be challenging. In this area, SEBI regulation frameworks provide for two important fundraising aspects by the startups. Firstly, if we talk about the angel funds, the SEBI Alternative Investment Fund Regulations 2012 provides for angel funds, which are AIF, that is Alternative Investment Funds registered with SEBI. These angel funds raises capital from investors through their different schemes and invest such raised capital into startups. Thereby, they provide initial funding, initial seed capital to the startups. The minimum corpus of such angel fund is required to be rupees 5 crores, and minimum investment for an investor in the angel fund is rupees 25 lakhs. Considering the importance of providing seed capital to startups, the said regulation, that is SEBI AIF Regulation 2012, has provided certain relaxations in respect of angel funds in terms of approval in launching the schemes, in terms of reporting to SEBI. That way, there are many relaxations given to these funds so that these startup ecosystems get initial funding through this angel fund route. Secondly, SEBI Issue of Capital and Disclosure Requirement Regulation 2009 provides capital raisings by startups under the provisions for innovators growth platform. This particular platform on the stock exchange can be accessed by issuer for raising capital, provided the issuer is intensive in the use of the capital, use of technology, information technology, intellectual property, data analytics, biotechnology, or nanotechnology to provide product services or business platform with substantial value addition. These regulation provides for certain eligibility conditions mentioned in the regulation for raising capital under this innovators growth platform. These two are the two main provisions which provide specifically for capital raising and funding by the startups. Additionally, for the investors or first-time investors, I would say that while academic qualifications are important, so is the financial education. It is said that an important investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Therefore, when it comes to investing, nothing will pay off more than educating yourself. do the necessary research, study, and analyze before making an investment decisions. Financial awareness is a must to safeguard investors from frauds in the market. People who are financially literate are less susceptible to the lure of the schemes, promising assured or high returns in the short duration of time. I urge all the first time investors or the investors to always exercise caution while investing and choose the right intermediary and the right products to invest in. SEBI, in discharge of its responsibility of protecting interest of the investors in the securities market, has developed an online portal in 2011 for addressing the investor complaints. If an investor who is invested in the securities market has any complaint related to his investment, he can log on to our website www.scores.gov.in and lodge his complaints to SEBI against the intermediary or company. SEBI looks into such complaints for appropriate resolutions. The said Scores website is an online system where complaints are received and processed digitally. SEBI recently launched one application for that also, so the investors can file complaints through their mobile also. On that note, I wish all the best and hope that this national seminar will be useful in beginning your investment journey or for the startups, and there will be some guidance in respect of their function. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Mr. Sabjar. Hello. Mr. Sabjar, actually, Mr. Chetan has got another meeting to attend, so he wished to leave after his session. So, if any question on his session, any participant can just raise their hand, and we will make him unmute, and he or she can ask the question directly.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. As a coordinator, second session with Mr. Suryakant Sharma. He's a commerce graduate and master's in law, LLM, with a specialization in corporate laws. He is also chartered associate of Indian Institute of Banking and Finance, IIBF. Sri Sharma ji has over 35 years of experience in banking and finance and securities market. He served initially in a leading financial institution, thereafter in Department of Financial Services, Ministry of Finance, Government of India, and finally in SEBI for more than 15 years. Sri Sharma ji joined Securities Exchange Board of India, SEBI, in 23 and served there for more than 16 years in different departments of SEBI. Lastly, in addition to other assignments, he was a DGM in charge of Office of Investor Awareness and Education in SEBI's Northern region for more than 5 years. Sri Sharma ji is also a member of working group of NCERT for developing vocational course on mutual funds for students of 11th and 12th classes. Sri Sharma ji also mentor a few NGOs working for financial literacy and investor awareness in the nation. Under his supervision, more than 15,000 financial literacy and investor awareness programs, IAPs, were conducted across India. When he was in SEBI, and he himself has addressed as a guest speaker in more than 600 IAPs. After superannuation from SEBI in 2019, he has joined Association of Mutual Fund in India, AMFI, an apex body of mutual fund in India, as a senior consultant for spreading investment awareness amongst Indian citizens as well as at a global level. During pandemic since May 2020, Sri Sharma ji has interacted with thousands of investors and students through more than 300 webinars in reputed education and professional institutions, corporates, startups, government departments, public enterprises, research institutions, professional business bodies across the nation and the globe. Thank you, sir. The session will be to yours. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. I am thankful to Honorable Vice Chancellor of the University for giving permission to hold this webinar in his university. I am also thankful to all faculty members of the Commerce Department and core organizers who have worked very hard for this program. I am told that there are more than 1,600 registration across country, rather across globe. And registration have been more than from 5 countries and 15 states. So I am very thankful for the sincere efforts made by the organizers. I am also thankful to my colleague, Mr. Chetan Fumaiya from SEBI, who has spared time to be with us. Thank you, Mr. Chetan. And since Mr. Chetan has got another meeting lined up, he wished to leave the program. So we all thank you very much, Mr. Chetan, again for your joining this program.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. As far as the topic of today's program is concerned, the topic given to us is about the startup ecosystem in India. And of course, I will also touch upon some aspects of the personal finance. Before 2-3 things I wish to clarify here before I start my session, that this program is from Association of Mutual Fund in India, which is an apex body of mutual fund in India under the mandate of SEBI, but it is not a marketing event or a promotional event of mutual fund. My dear participant, it is purely an investor awareness program where the purpose is to sensitize and encourage particularly young investors to think about savings and investment right from the day they start earning. Rather, we are equipping them to prepare themselves to be an investor when they start earning. Secondly, since this program is for the participants, I would be very happy if young participants, particularly the students, can have pen and paper or notebook with them, and they can note down anything useful or a new idea they find in my session, so they can note it down and explore those ideas or new information through Google and websites. More apart from this, I would be very happy, my dear participants, if more and more questions come from the participants, because that will be a reflection that you have been with us and you have got a lot of doubts about the topic and the subject. I will try to divide my session in 2 segments. One segment related to the startup ecosystem in India, and second system will be on the personal finance, investment, and how to become a successful investor. As far as the startup ecosystem in India is concerned, Honorable HOD of the Commerce Department and Vice Chancellor of the University might have taken steps to inculcate a feeling of entrepreneurship amongst the students. My dear friends, you might be aware that almost all the universities across country have started an incubation center in their university and colleges. That incubation center is just to help budding entrepreneurs, budding startup owners to make their idea fructify into an enterprise. Because in startup ecosystem, the most important thing is to have an idea. My dear participants, you will agree that converting idea into an enterprise is not a task or a day or two. But the most important thing is to have an idea. And idea, I broadly feel that idea to solve a problem. Idea is not to develop a business. Idea is not to develop money or to earn money or make money out of it. Of course, money will follow. Naturally, money will follow. You will make money out of the business. But idea has to be in the sense that it should solve some problem of the individual, of the society, of the country as a whole. And we are very lucky that in India, young minds, particularly students who are studying in universities, in professional colleges, they have totally different mindset nowadays. They want to solve the problem of the masses. They want to solve the problem of the downtrodden segment of the society. They want to help the segment which has so far been neglected in the society through their idea and with the help of technology. So kindly, I will request the commerce department or the management department, if it has in the university, if you have not yet started an incubation center, kindly start an incubation center in your university. And the purpose and object of that center is to help the budding entrepreneurs, your students who have some idea, to help them out how to crystallize their idea into an enterprise. There are hundreds of venture capitalists in the country. There are hundreds of even the established industrialists who want to help young people, young entrepreneurs to start their enterprises through their financial and technological help. So people are there. A segment of people are there in the country to help you out. But my dear participants, idea has to be yours. So kindly have an idea of what you want to do in your life. And that idea has to be very clear and crystal clear. Then how to take it forward and convert it into an enterprise? There are a lot of people to help you out, including your professors and lecturers within the university. And beyond university, there are a lot of venture capitalists, there are a lot of financial advisors, there are a lot of other professionals and entities who will help you out, not only making a sketch of the idea into an enterprise, but also help you in realizing the dream of making your idea into an enterprise. So kindly think big. And it is a very positive sign in our country, respected participants, that a good number of students now don't want to go for job or service. At least in my times, most of the people, except very few, who had some family backing or they had from the business or industrialist family, most of the middle class, salary class students or a young mind will first think of going into a service. But now the time has changed, my dear friends. A majority of the students don't want to go into a service. They want to serve the country through some enterprise. They want to serve the country not through their service, but through their mind. So kindly make best use of your mind. Kindly have an idea, develop the idea, and convert your idea into an enterprise. It is a must for all of us. And there are ecosystems in the country now. Very sound, strong ecosystem, which will help you out right from making the incorporation of a company to take it forward for your financial need, for your marketing need, for your technological needs. So all these help is available in the ecosystem of the country. Even government is now very positive to help to help young minds to start a startup. And last 2-3 years have been phenomenal in India as far as startup ecosystem is concerned, and we are very happy to note that India is the 4th country having largest number of startups. Almost we are touching 100 number as far as unicorns are concerned, which have 100 billion their valuation. So that signals are very positive. Environment is very positive. Help is available. Ecosystem is available. Government is helping. Only thing is to make your idea into convert your idea into an enterprise. And for that, at the initial stage, your university incubation center will help you out. And beyond that, there are a lot of entities, lot of individuals, government departments, private enterprises, NGOs who will help you out to convert your idea into an enterprise. Just kindly take it forward and think of starting at startup. This is the first segment I wanted to encourage my young minds to go for the startup. Now, my second segment is relating to the personal finance. And my dear friends, you will agree with me that personal finance is also an important aspect to look into, because personal finance is going to create wealth for us, and wealth is going to make us prosper. And every individual, every human being wants to be prosper. Nothing wrong in it. So so personal finance, management of personal finance is very, very important in our life. And there are a few people who are very successful in their entrepreneurial journey, but they are not as successful in their personal finance. That is why I personally feel that the management of personal finance is equally important. And my dear friends, money gives us two very important thing in our life. Students, if they wish to note it down, they should note it down. They can note it down. Money gives us two very important things in our life. The first thing money gives us, see, is security. And the second thing money gives us, prosperity. Money gives us security only when we have plenty of money in our life. But unfortunately, majority of Indians still don't have plenty of money in their life. So the question naturally arises, how we can have security in our personal life? Because security comes first, prosperity comes second. So how we can have security? And for security, my dear friends, kindly note it down, particularly students and young professors and lecturers of the university, kindly note it down. For security, the first and foremost thing which we must all do at the start of our career is having adequate life insurance cover. This is the first and foremost step for our security. We all must take adequate life insurance cover policy. And what is the purpose of life insurance cover policy, my dear friends? The purpose is very simple but very important, because we all know that life is pretty uncertain. I am talking to you tomorrow. We are all together, of course, through this digital format. But what will happen tomorrow? Right. Nothing is certain. So life is pretty uncertain. And when the life is uncertain, a fear always keep in our mind is that what will happen to my family if I am not available to them tomorrow. And this fear not only remain within your mind, but also in the family member, in the minds of the family members. They may or may not tell you, but definitely they have this fear side, that suppose the earner of the family, and it is more important when I am the sole earner of the family, that if earner is not available to the family tomorrow because of death, what will happen to their dreams? What will happen to the education of the children? How their monthly expenses will be taken care of? So these things are very important to thought of. And for that, we must all should take adequate life insurance cover, because life insurance cover will indirectly extend mental and financial security to your family, that in case you are not available to them tomorrow because of death, they will at least get in reasonable amount, which will not only take care of their regular expenses, monthly expenses, but also take care of the education of the children, other family obligations. For that money will support them. That is the purpose of life insurance cover. And that is why we should take adequate life insurance cover. Normally, people do take life insurance cover, my dear participants, but it is a token life insurance cover only. People take 5 lakh, 10 lakh, 20 lakh life insurance cover, which is grossly inadequate. What is the framework of adequate life insurance cover, my dear friends? Mr. Dhananjay, the adequate life insurance coverage, it should be minimum 10 times of your annual income. Suppose you are earning 20 lakhs a year through a profession, through a job, through service, then ideally speaking, you must have life insurance cover of not less than 2 crore rupees. Because that is the real purpose of having adequate life insurance. Because if I am not available tomorrow to my family, at least my family will get 2 crore rupees, which majority of them, they can invest somewhere, get some regular income. And apart from investing, they can take care of their education of the children and a lot of other things. So we should take adequate life insurance cover. And nowadays, a very good insurance product available in the market. Govind Rajan sir, in our time, this product was not available. In our time, there are two types of insurance covers were there. That was money wake and endowment. But nowadays, for the young people, a very genuine insurance product is available. That is called term insurance, TERM, term insurance. It is a genuine and very good insurance product where you can have adequate life insurance cover by paying a very paltry or very small sum every month. If a person of the age of 25 to 30 years, they can have a life insurance cover of 1 crore rupees by paying a hardly monthly premium of 500 rupees or 600 rupees, which every person can afford. So kindly have a life insurance cover. And here again, the premium of life insurance cover, my dear participants, is dependent upon your age. So early you take, lesser will be the premium. So kindly don't keep deferring the decision of taking adequate life insurance cover. When you start earning, kindly take life insurance cover. And nowadays, top-up facility is also available. Top-up simply means initially you may take a reasonable amount life insurance cover, but after down the line, after 5 or 7 years, if you feel that your income has increased, your liabilities have increased, and you want to increase the life insurance cover, that top-up facility, through top-up facility, you can increase the life insurance cover. So kindly take first my request to all the participants, even students, when they start earning, kindly take adequate life insurance cover. And it will, of course, give you mental and financial security. It might not contribute to your prosperity. Because unfortunately, Govind Rajan sir, insurance in our country is being sold as an investment product, which honestly it is not. Insurance is totally different than investment. So don't club investment and investment and insurance and investment. Keep it separate. So first thing is kindly take adequate life insurance cover. Second request I want to make to all the participants, kindly take adequate health insurance cover. Mr. Dhananjay, adequate health insurance cover is also very important. And normally people get confused, rather say that when I have taken life insurance cover, why I should take health insurance cover. My dear participant, the purpose and object of both the insurance cover are totally separate and distinct. So kindly don't mix up with life insurance cover and insurance cover. Take separately life insurance cover and separately take health insurance cover. And what is the purpose of health insurance cover, Mr. Dhananjay, Karthikeyan sir? That we all know that life is pretty uncertain. Anything can happen to me. Tomorrow I am okay, I'm doing fine, my body is okay, I am fit. But tomorrow I may develop some disease, some serious disease, or I might meet with an accident. In both the eventualities, what will happen, sir? I will definitely go to the hospital for treatment.
Right.
And unfortunately, Govind Rajan sir, the health system in a governmental setup is not up to mark. That is why, unfortunately, we will all be forced to go to the private hospital. But Karthikeyan sir, when we will go to the private hospitals, they charge, they charge very much, exorbitantly. So if we don't have health insurance cover, and if we are required to go to the hospital because of some medical emergency, what will happen, sir? Definitely, they will. If we remain in the hospital for 10, 12, 15 days, there might be a bill of more than 10 lakhs rupees. From where that I will pay the bill? Either from my some savings or investment, or I will take loan from my relations and friends. In both the cases, it will be painful. So to avoid that pain, the other one option is available, that is take adequate health insurance cover. It is called mediclaim policy also, sir, in common parlance. Mediclaim policy. And what the purpose of mediclaim policy is that in case some medical emergency, I am required to go to the hospital, more so in the private hospital, for the best treatment. All the hospital expenses will be directly paid by the insurance company to the hospital. You will not be required to pay anything for that treatment. You will simply go to the best hospital, get the best treatment, come home recovered without paying anything. All the medical expenses or all the expenses of the hospital will be directly paid by the insurance company to the hospital. This is the purpose of health insurance. And nowadays, my dear participant Karthikeyan sir, a very good health insurance policy is available in the market, which is called floater health insurance cover, FLOATER, floater health insurance cover. It is also called umbrella health insurance cover. The purpose of this floater health insurance cover, uniqueness of or the benefit of this is, Karthikeyan sir, that when we take floater health insurance cover, I can include not only my name, but also the name of my spouse, my husband or wife, my kids' names, and my parents' name also. So in one policy, all members of the family are covered. If any medical emergency happens with any member of the family, they can go to the best hospital, get the best treatment, come home recovered without paying anything. So under singular policy, all members of the family are covered. That is called floater health insurance cover or umbrella health insurance cover. Here again, sir, it should be adequate. Adequate in the sense that if you are in a metro city, your family should have floater health insurance cover of not less than 25 to 30 lakhs. But if you are in 2-tier or 3-tier cities, Govindarajan sir, then you can have a health insurance cover of around 15 to 20 lakhs for the whole family. So, here again, early you take, lesser will be the premium. And for both the insurance cover, income tax deduction under section 80C and different section is also allowed. But my dear Karthikeyan sir, in medical income tax deduction is not the important thing. That is an incidental benefit only. We should take, but we should take adequate health insurance cover also. So second thing I am requesting all the participants, kindly take adequate health insurance cover for the whole family. Now one more request I want to make, Periyami sir, to all the participants. Karthikeyan sir, you might be aware that this pandemic has taught us, has changed us a lot. How we interact, how we meet each other, everything has changed. This pandemic has changed a lot of things in our life, and pandemic has taught hundreds of lessons to as well, Karthikeyan sir, to all of us. But the most important lesson pandemic has taught us, sir, every family must have an emergency fund of around 5 to 7 lakhs to meet any emergency in future. Karthikeyan sir, you will ask me why we should have emergency fund. Karthikeyan sir, you are very lucky. Your jobs continued during pandemic. You continue to get salary from your university. But at the same time, sir, you are aware that lakhs of people had lost their job. Lakhs of people have got substantial reduction in their income. Businesses were closed. Professions were closed. Lakhs of people have passed through a very tough time due to this pandemic. And this pandemic has still not gone, sir. It is still there with us. It may continue for years together, or a new virus may come in future, or any emergency can come in your family all of a sudden. So for that, to take care of that emergency in the future, every family must have an emergency fund of around 5 to 7 lakhs, that in case I lose my job temporarily, in case there is a reduction in my income, or some financial stress in my family, I am able to manage my family affairs at least for 9 months to 1 year. For that purpose, every family must have an emergency fund of around 5 to 7 lakhs. And I am not saying that, of course, Karthikeyan sir, 5 to 7 lakh is not a small amount for all of us. It is a big amount. We can develop this amount over a period of time, 3 years, 5 years. But once it is in place, we have to make a promise with ourselves that we will never use this emergency fund for any other purpose except for the emergency on the family. That promise and discipline we have to develop, Narayan sir. And this can be done. Only thing is a commitment and a promise, taking my family into confidence that we will never use the emergency fund for any other purpose. It will be used only Karthikeyan sir, in case of emergency in my family. And I am not saying that you keep this 5 to 7 lakhs rupees at home in currency form, only in your SB account. No, it is not my advice. I will request you kindly keep this emergency fund in the form of some bank FD with a good bank, or in liquid fund, which are through which we can make the withdrawal at a shortest possible time. Because emergency come and might need money at very short period. So we can keep in the FD form or in some liquid form, in liquid fund, in mutual funds, if you understand about the mutual fund. So 3 things I have requested to all the participants. Kindly have adequate life insurance cover, Karthikeyan sir. Kindly have adequate health insurance cover, and develop an emergency fund of around 5 to 7 lakhs. All these 3 things will give mental and financial security to the family, sir. This I have discussed about the security only, Periyami sir. And now we are coming beyond security, that is prosperity. How we can be prosper. And I will make it very simple. I will not use dogmas or research paper or technical terms or data. I will make it very simple. Karthikeyan sir, just tell me one thing. What is the main source of income for the middle class, salary class person? What is the main source of income? Or salary? Or salary is our main source of income, which we get from our employer, from in your case, from your university. So salary is the main source of income. And what we do with the salary, Karthikeyan sir? A majority of our salary goes into taking care of our monthly expenses, regular expenses, taking care of our monthly expenses, education of children, rental, conveyance, lot of other things. So majority of our salary goes into taking care of our regular expenses. But Karthikeyan sir, we Indians have a typical habit. This is in our DNA. What is it, sir? You know it very well. Every Indian try to take away some money out of their income which he don't spend. We don't want to spend all the money which we earn. It is everybody tries. Even a person who is earning, Periyami sir, even a person who is earning 10,000 rupees, he or she will try to take away 500 rupees or 700 rupees, which he or she will not spend. And the money which we don't spend out of our income, Karthikeyan sir, what we call it, sir? It is savings. It is savings. And we all are savers. We all save. We all sincerely try to save the amount. If you're, even when you are earning less amount, you will still try to save a minimum amount of your income. Karthikeyan sir, why we save? There is a very basic question. Why we save? Why we don't spend all the money? Because we all know that in future, my income will not be sufficient to take care of my all obligations and desires. That is why we save. If somebody give a guarantee to me that you will be having sufficient money in the future to take care of all your needs and desires, then I might not save. But that is not the case. For middle class, salary class person, we all know that we will need huge amount in our life, huge money in our life. That is why we save right from the beginning, or rather we ought to save. So the money which we don't save, which we don't spend out of our income, Karthikeyan sir, we generally call it savings. And we are all savers. All Indians are savers. Everybody is saving. And I am not here prescribing that you should save 10%, 20%, 30% of your income. I am just leaving it to you. Singh Saab is a very senior person. He knows much more than me. But we should try to save as much as we can. Karthikeyan son, one more thing is there with us. Though we are savers, but we are casual about saving. Casual in the sense, Karthikeyan sir, this month he is saving 10,000. Next month it might be 15,000. Third month it might be 5,000. And fourth month it might be even 0. But my request is very simple to all the young participants, particularly, not to Singh sir or to Parayami sir. Kindly identify an amount of saving which you can comfortably save in your life. Karthikeyan sir, I am not saying you save 50%, 30%, 40%. What I am saving, you identify an amount. Suppose Karthikeyan is saying, sir, suppose you are saying, sir, that your income is 50,000 and your expenses are 40,000. Then what you indirectly saving, that you can save 10,000 a month. Then my request is very simple but emphatic, sir. Kindly save this 10,000 come what may upfront. First save this amount and then manage your affairs with the remaining 40,000. This is my request to all the participants. Kindly identify an amount and save that amount religiously every month come what may. Karthikeyan sir, it is not, it might be tough, but it is not impossible. Only thing is to develop a discipline, a habit that come what may, I will save this amount. This is the first request I want to make. Kindly identify an amount and then save that amount religiously every month. Second request I want to make about saving, Karthikeyan sir, kindly keep increasing your saving minimum by 10% every year. And Karthikeyan sir, you know it is possible. How it is possible? Because we get increment, we get DA, we get increase in our allowances, we get increase in our income every year. So with the increase in income, we must increase your saving minimum by 10%. Suppose this year you are saving 10,000, Karthikeyan sir, then ideally speaking, next year you must save 11,000 a month. Of course, it is tough, sir, but it is not impossible. It is achievable. We can do it. So kindly keep increasing your saving minimum by 10%. These two things, sir, looks very damn easy. What new thing I have told, you might ask me, but sir, these two things about saving, Parayami sir, is very, very, very important in your life to be prosper. Because Karthikeyan sir, this is the fundamental pillar of our prosperity. So kindly think about these two things about saving very, very seriously and start doing saving right from the month you start earning. This I am addressing to your students and those who are already earning like Karthikeyan sir. Kindly identify amount if you have not identified so far. Save that amount religiously every month and then keep increasing that amount minimum by 10%. Now, second question arises, sir. Second question arises, sir. What we do with the saving, Karthikeyan sir? You and me all are savers. We are saving. What we do with the savings? There are two options available with us. One option is, what one nonsense I am doing, I am a fool if I am doing it, but some people might doing it. What I am doing, sir? I am saving some amount religiously every month. But what I am doing, I am taking out that amount from my bank account where I am getting salary, putting that saving into cash form at home or leaving that amount in my SB account. If anybody is doing, Govindarajan sir knows it very well, sir. It is a gross injustice to myself, to my family and to our country as a whole. Kindly never do this. Then naturally you will ask, sir, what to do? My request is very simple. Kindly put your savings, number one, into acquisition of some assets, value of which will increase in future. Kindly understand it very carefully. Kindly put your savings into acquisition of some assets, value of which will increase in future, or number two, put your savings into some financial instrument which will give us regular and periodical return in future. My dear participants, putting the saving into this mode of acquisition of some assets or in some financial instrument, what we technically call it investment. Govindarajan sir, you know it very well. It is called investment. And we are all investors because we are all putting our savings into one or the other form. So first step is saving, my dear participant, and second step is investment. Savings and investment are complement to each other. If we save and if we don't invest, Govindarajan sir, the purpose of saving itself will be defeated. So we are not only required to be savers, but we are also required to be investors. And we are all investors. We are all putting, those who are already earning, putting their savings into one or other form. And we are all investors. But unfortunately, Govindarajan sir, I don't know whether Periyami sir will agree with me or not. Unfortunately, sir, most of the middle class, salary class person, Karthikeyan sir, understand very carefully what I am saying now. Most of the middle class, salary class person, despite their sincere efforts in saving and investment, they just remain money accumulators in their life. They don't become wealth creators. Sir, kindly understand it very carefully. Despite our sincere efforts in savings and investment, Karthikeyan sir, most of us just remain money accumulators. We don't become wealth creators. Whereas, Karthikeyan sir, for prosperity, wealth creation is a must. If we are not wealth creators, then we are not going to be prosper. Kindly understand it very clearly. So unfortunately, Karthikeyan sir, most of us are sheer money accumulators. We are not wealth creators. And I will try to make you understand the difference between money accumulation and wealth creation, Karthikeyan sir. And for that, I will take the very simple example of bank FD. Why I am taking this example, Karthikeyan sir? Because we all know about the bank FD, bank fixed deposit. Even your students must be aware about the bank FD. Suppose I am just taking the Karthikeyan sir, you are having 1 lakh rupees with you, suppose, and you go for the 1 year bank FD with a good bank. And present rate of interest, Karthikeyan sir, is around 6%. Around 6%. So you go for 1 year bank FD with 6% interest. I meet you after 1 year and just ask you, Karthikeyan sir, what happened to your FD? Karthikeyan sir is happy. He is smiling. What he says? He has earned 6,000 rupees as bank interest. And my money has been given back by the bank. And you are happy. When I asked Periyami sir to him, sir, are you right? He will say, yes, I am absolutely right. Why you are asking this question to me? You can see my passbook. I have got 6,000 back interest income. Sir, you are right, but you are not right. Why you are not right? Govindarajan sir knows it very well. Because we normally ignore two very important factors while analyzing return on our investment. Karthikeyan sir, FD is also an investment. So we normally ignore two very important factors while analyzing return. The first factor, Karthikeyan sir, is inflation. We talk about inflation right day in and day out. Every day we are talking to our friends and families that inflation is increasing. But while analyzing return, Karthikeyan sir, we don't take this into account. And Karthikeyan sir, you tell me, what is inflation? Simply speaking, inflation is nothing but increase in the prices of goods, item or services over a period of time. Simply speaking, inflation, Periyami sir, is nothing but increase in the prices of goods, prices of goods, item or services over a period of time. It is inflation, and we are all experiencing it. So Karthikeyan sir, suppose last year when you were going for a bank FD and you had 1 lakh rupees, whatever you could have purchased from 1 lakh rupees or have availed some services from 1 lakh rupees, sir, would you be able to get same item, same services after 1 year at 1 lakh rupees, sir? Would you be able to get the same item, same services at 1 lakh rupees after 1 year, Karthikeyan sir? No, it will not be possible. Because of inflation, prices of those items or services have increased. And suppose the inflation rate is 5%. Suppose in this 1 year, what does it mean, Karthikeyan sir? For the same item, same goods and same services, Karthikeyan sir, which you could have got last year at 1 lakh rupees, after 1 year, you will need to pay not 1 lakh rupees, but 1,05,000 rupees. Am I right, sir? 1,05,000 because of inflation of 5%. Now you see the proposition, sir. Out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation. Am I right, sir? Out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation. But still Karthikeyan sir is happy. He says, I still have 1,000 rupees with me. No, sir. One other factor is also there. That is taxability. Most of the income and return, Karthikeyan sir, we all know, government takes us income tax or rather tax from on it. In the case of bank FD, rules are very clear. Income tax rules are very clear. Whatever you earn as bank FD, sir, you will need to pay income tax as per your income tax slab. Suppose you are in 20% bracket, Karthikeyan sir. Then on 6,000, you will need to pay 20% as income tax. What it comes? 1,200 rupees. And Karthikeyan sir, Govindrajan sir knows it very well. Earlier, before 15, 20 years, people like me and Govindrajan sir and Periyami sir, we will not include such income in our income tax return. Let it be. Who will come to collect this income tax from us? But now, sir, because of technology, all such information is automatically available with the income tax department, sir. Now you can't avoid, sir. Time has gone. All you will need to pay. You can't avoid it. So suppose 20% income tax you pay, that is 1,200, sir. Now you see the proposition, Karthikeyan sir. You are very happy when you earned 6,000 rupees at bank FD. But in reality, out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation and 1,200 you paid as income tax. Did anything remain with you? No. Rather 200 rupees has gone out of your pocket. That is the reality of our investment. Most of the middle class, salary class person do have investment, but they don't get any real return. And what is the formula of real return? Kindly note it down. Real return equal to notional return minus inflation minus tax liability. So here again, in this example, sir, real return equal to notional return. Notional return means 6,000 minus inflation 5,000 minus tax liability 1,200. And sir, Karthikeyan sir, there is no real return. But suppose we presume that the rate of interest is 8%. In that scenario, Karthikeyan sir, you will get 8,000 as bank interest income. And suppose inflation is 5%, out of 8,000, 5,000 will be eaten by the inflation. There will still remain 3,000. And even after from 3,000, 1,600, Karthikeyan sir, you will pay as income tax, that is 20%. But even after payment of 20%, Karthikeyan sir, there remain 1,400. That 1,400 is your real income. Kindly understand it very carefully, sir. In the case of 8% interest, you earned 8,000 as bank interest income. Out of 8,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation. 1,600, that is 20% you pay as income tax. And even after that, Karthikeyan sir, there remain 1,400. That 1,400 is your real income. And this 1,400 is going to create wealth for you. So kindly understand it very carefully, my dear participants. Unless and until you earn real return on your investments, you are not going to create wealth. And if you are not going to create wealth, you can't be prosperous. So again, I repeat the formula of real return equal to notional return minus inflation minus tax liability. So we always have to look at the real return, Karthikeyan sir, not on notional return. Notional return has got no value at all. We have to see that we get some real return on our investment. Now the second question arises, Karthikeyan sir, why most of the middle class, salary class person remain money accumulators? Why? There must be some reason, and there must be some very serious reason that most of us are not wealth creators. What is the reason, sir? The reason is not outside somewhere, my dear friends. The reason lies in our mind. The reason lies in our mind. And what is the reason, sir? Most of the middle class, salary class person don't want to take a risk. Are Baba, no risk. We don't want to take any risk. No risk. We normally, Govindrajan sir, what happened? Are sir, we don't want to take any risk. We don't want to take any risk. Then we want, most of us think, sir, we want safe investment. Most of us want safe investment. But think, sir, I don't know whether participant will agree me or not. Karthikeyan sir, the word safe investment is an illusion. Because in investment, risk is there. We have to accept it. Accept some governmental saving scheme. Most of the investment have got risk inbuilt in it. Degree of risk might vary from product to product, Karthikeyan sir, but risk is always there. And what is the risk, sir? In investment, the first and foremost risk is I invested my money somewhere and I lost that money. That is the most important, that is the greatest risk, and nobody would like to take that risk. Second is I invested some money and my money got reduced. I got nothing, rather my money got reduced. And third risk, the Karthikeyan says, not getting real return on investment is also a risk. Then what for I am saving and investing? If I am not getting real return, what for I am making so much of efforts? So risk, kindly accept risk is there in the investment. Accept some governmental saving scheme. We will discuss afterwards. And now, sir, the second question arises, Karthikeyan sir. Once we accept that risk is there, then definitely we will, like Suresh Prasad Singh sir, that we will try to manage our risk. We will try to manage our risk. Everybody, every human being will try to manage their risk. So the question arises, can we manage our risk? And my dear participant, my answer to this, yes, all individuals can manage their risk. We can manage our risk. Risk management can be done by the normal middle class, salary class person through a very simple formula, sir. Kindly note it down. Very simple two-word formula I am sharing with all of you. Very simple formula. Only two-word, Karthikeyan sir. You might laugh at me. What nonsense I am talking about. Very simple formula I am sharing. The formula is very simple but very important, sir. But Karthikeyan sir, just writing this formula on paper is not going to serve the purpose. It has to practice in our mind. It has to be practiced in our investment decision. And what is formula, sir? Think, understand, and invest. In Hindi, I can say, Suresh Prasad sir, सोच कर समझ कर निवेश कर. Think, understand, and invest. Karthikeyan sir, I have used only two words. First word is think. Second word is understand. And what we have to think? I have to think two things about myself. I have to think two things about myself. First thing is, what is my risk-taking capacity? What is my risk appetite? How much risk I can take? This is very important thing. How much risk and Karthikeyan sir, kindly understand very carefully. Every individual has got different risk appetite. Mr. Karthikeyan has got different one. Singh Saab has got different one. Periyani Ayami sir has got different one. Kavita ma'am has got different one. Govind Rajan. Why? Because our income is different. Our family structure is different. Our family obligations are different. Our social structure is different. Our born and brought up is different. So Karthikeyan sir, every individual has got different risk appetite. And so kindly understand your risk appetite. And one more thing I want to tell you, Karthikeyan sir. Our risk appetite doesn't remain same for the whole life. No, it keeps changing with the age. Mr. Karthikeyan, you have different risk appetite because you are relatively young. Singh Saab has got different risk appetite because he is relatively not so young. He is not old, but relatively not so young. And the third person might have different risk appetite. And to make you understand about the risk appetite, I am making you a different idea, sir. I am dividing our active life into 3 phases. Active life, Karthikeyan sir, simply speaking, when I start earning and when I get retired. In between period is active life. Normally, Singh Saab, it is between 25 years to 60 years. Normally, because around 25 I start earning, Karthikeyan sir, and I get retired around 60. So I am dividing this active life into 3 phases. First phase is between 25 to 40. Second phase between 40 to 55. And third phase, my dear friend, is above 55. And Mr. Karthikeyan sir, from your face, I can make out that you are in the first phase. That is between 25. Am I right, sir? You are 40. Okay, you are in the second phase then. Oh, you are just in the first phase, you are going into the second phase. Okay. Those who are in the first phase, those who are young investors, even students should understand. This is the golden period of your life, my dear friends. The first phase between 25 to 40, the golden period of your life. Because in this phase, you have started earning, but liabilities are relatively lesser. Relatively lesser. You are not married, or even in married, got no children. Even children are very small. So relatively liability, your obligations are relatively very small. So in this phase of life, Karthikeyan sir, you can make maximum saving and putting your saving into best investment mode, even by taking some risk. You can take risk, because if something goes wrong, Singh sir, they can make corrections. They can make corrections because they have got a time horizon. They have still years to go with them. So in the first phase of life, my dear participants, Kavita ma'am, those who are in the first phase must try to save as much as they can. And they should try to invest their savings into the best possible investment mode, and their focus should be only and only on getting maximum real return on their investment, even by taking some risk, but it should be calculated. It should not be a blind risk. You can take calculated risk, because if something goes wrong, Kavita ma'am, you can rectify them, because you have got time to go. You have years to come. So in the first phase of life, Karthikeyan sir, this is the golden period of your life. Those who are young, those who are below 40, kindly understand that this is the golden period of your life, and make best use of it. Now comes second phase, Karthikeyan sir, that is between 40 to 55. In that phase of life, of course, your income will increase, but so will be the liabilities. Children will be grown up, they will be going to colleges, you will going for the construction of house, you will going for the purchase of vehicle, lot of other things will be happening in your phase of life. So in the second phase of life, Karthikeyan sir, you should continue to focus on earning real return on your investment. But one more thing you should keep in mind, Singh Saab, that is liquidity. Because in that phase of life, Kavita ma'am, you will need money at different intervals in their life. So liquidity aspect you should also keep in mind. Liquidity simply means, Singh Saab, when you need money, you should have money. That is liquidity. So you should also not only keep track, you should also not only keep track of real return, but also keep an eye on liquidity aspect. And there comes now, after that, Kavita ma'am, comes third phase, that is beyond 55. And Singh Saab, you and me both are in that phase of life. Even Paraswamy sir might be in the third phase. In that third phase of life, our thinking totally changes, sir. Automatically changes. We are not here to go for the real return. My only concern is to make my money safe, which I have accumulated from 25 to 55. Am I right, sir? My only focus is to make my money safe. So safety of the money which I have accumulated from 25 to 55 becomes paramount. I can compromise on the return aspect, sir, but I can't compromise on the safety aspect of the money. So in that phase of life, my risk-taking capacity has become automatically much less. So in different phases of life, our risk-taking capacity is totally different. So kindly take investment decision while keeping an eye on your risk appetite. This is the first request I want to make. Second request what we have to think, Karthikeyan sir, is kindly note it down: time horizon of investment. It is equally important, Singh Saab. Time horizon of investment. But unfortunately, most of the middle class, salary class person don't give credence to the time horizon of investment. Simply, when I get the money, I invested it simply. But sir, Singh Saab knows it very well that we will need money not in one go in our life, but at different interval for different times. So time horizon of investment, Karthikeyan sir, is very, very important. And we must give credence to this aspect of investment as well. And for that, Karthikeyan sir, I just ask you one thing. May I request one thing to you, Karthikeyan sir? Next Sunday, I want 1 hour of viewers. Will you give me 1 hour, sir? Rest assured, I am not coming to your home. Don't worry. I just want 1 hour from viewers. And not from Singh Saab, and not from, because he is such a senior person, but those who are young, those who are below 40, I want 1 hour next Sunday. And what I request you, sir, next Sunday, you can kindly request all your family members to sit with you for 1 hour. Discuss all things about the money, how much money you will need, what are the milestones in your life, and when you will need money, discuss with them. Then take a paper and pen, make 3 columns on the paper, first column, second column, and third column. And Karthikeyan sir, on the first column, you just jot down the milestones in your life. And Singh sir, what is the common milestone in our life? Normal middle class, salary class life. The first milestone is marriage. Marriage is the first milestone. Then birth of the children, celebration, second milestone. Third milestone might be admission of the children in a good public school. Fourth milestone might be purchase of the house for the family. And again, purchase of the vehicle, 4-wheeler, if we have not done so far. Then, Singh Saab, one more milestone nowadays has been there in youngsters' life, which were not in our life. What is that, Karthikeyan sir? It is vacation. Now, vacation has also become very important nowadays. Every family wants to go in the other states, out of country for vacations. So vacation has also become very important milestone. Then after some years, your children are grown up. Then what is the next important milestone, Karthikeyan sir? Higher education and professional education of children. That is very important milestone in our life. Once it is over, then marriage of the children. And last milestone, sir, living life in retirement. That is also, Singh sir, is a very important milestone. Because Singh sir, we are very lucky that we had pension. We will be enjoying our life for pension. But now we all know these youngsters, we don't be having pension. No pension is there. Even all central government and state governments have withdrawn pension. In private sector, there was no pension at all. So Karthikeyan sir, how will you live our retirement life when we don't have pension? We will accumulate some amount, put that amount into some investment, get some regular return, and we will live our life. That is the normal course of retirement life. Am I right, sir? This is a normal course of living. So, Karthikeyan sir, in the first column, kindly put the all milestone in your life. Whatever you think this, after discussing with your family, what I have just mentioned, common milestone, but Karthikeyan sir, I give you leverage to add on whatever you want to add. In the second column, Karthikeyan sir, against each milestone, put the period when it is likely to happen. Again, idea only. Suppose somebody said that I am not married, I am likely to be married after 2 years, put it 2 years. Likewise, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year, 15 year, 20 year, 25 year, 30 year, 30, put it the period against each milestone. Again, an idea, Singh sir, it cannot be precise, but just an idea, put the period. In the third column, Karthikeyan sir, which is very important, kindly put the money you will need for each milestone. Again, an idea, not precise. Suppose somebody said that I am not married, but I am likely to be married. Karthikeyan sir, all my marriage expenses will be paid by my parents, but at least honeymoon expenses I will have to bear. I will go for, and I will take honeymoon, because other expenses, naturally parents will bear, but honeymoon parents will say, bhai, itna to you bear it, please. You go to honeymoon on your own expenses. I will need at least 5 lakh rupees for my honeymoon. Put it 5 lakhs against the marriage. But Singh sir, we know it very well. Suppose somebody is thinking that 5 lakh rupees will be okay for honeymoon after 2 years. But in actuality, Karthikeyan sir, after 2 years, when he goes for honeymoon, because of inflation, it might be 5.50 lakhs. It will not be 5 lakhs. The package price will increase automatically. So, kindly factor in inflation also. The money, and against each milestone, you put the money you will need. Give an estimate only. 2 very important milestones, Karthikeyan sir, I wish to mention here. Kindly understand it very carefully, all the participants. Singh sir, a good MBA degree from a good institute now costs around 20 lakhs for 2-year MBA degree. Around 20 lakhs. Am I right, sir, Karthikeyan sir? Around 20 lakhs. Today, around 20 lakhs, good MBA degree from a good institute. Can you imagine, sir, a person who is 30 today and his kids will go for higher education after 25 years? How much he will need for each children in higher education? Can you imagine, sir? It will be not less than 2 crore rupees. If the MBA degree which is coming today around for 20 lakhs, Singh sir, it will be not less than 2 crore rupees after 25 years. And Karthikeyan sir, suppose he has 2 children, then he will need not less than 4 crore rupees only for the higher education of the children. Am I right, sir? Then marriage of the children, not less than 1 crore rupees at that time. Then last and very important thing is, sir, retirement life. It is very important, my dear friends, kindly understand very carefully. Suppose, Karthikeyan sir, your age is 30 today. Suppose you are 30 today and you say my monthly expenses are around 30,000. I can manage my affairs with 30,000. Sir, can you imagine how much you will need when you become 60 every month for your monthly expenses for the same level of living? Can you imagine, sir? Singh sir, it will not be less than 2 lakh rupees. Not less than 2 lakh rupees for the same level of comfort. No extravaganza, no luxury life. For the same life you are leading today, it will be not less than 2 lakh rupees. So how much you will need for a year? It will be not less than 25 lakhs per year when you become 60. Am I right, sir? Around 25 lakhs per year when you are 60. And Karthikeyan sir, now our average age of Indian is increasing like anything. Normally people live up to 80. So when you become 70, sir, it might go up to 3 lakhs rupees per year, per month. And when you become 80, may God bless you, become 80, you might need 4 lakh rupees per month. Not less than 4 lakh. From where that money will come? And a thumb rule is there, sir, about retirement corpus. It is, sir, it should be minimum 20 times of your annual expenses. Minimum 20 times of your annual. So suppose, Karthikeyan sir, you will need 25 lakhs per year because ultimately you will get return or interest that should be around 25 lakhs, sir, Singh sir, on your corporate retirement corpus. So how much corpus you should have, Karthikeyan sir? Multiply 25 lakhs into 20, it becomes 5 crore rupees. So you should develop a retirement corpus of not less than 5 crore rupees. Am I right, sir? Not less than 5, and it is the minimum. Ideally speaking, it should be 30 times, means around 7.5 crore to 8 crore. You should have a retirement corpus. So put it 5 crore rupees. Okay, minimum put it 5 crore. And now, Karthikeyan sir, I want you to be scary. Make the total of the last column. You will be surprised. A normal middle class, salary class person, Singh sir, who is 30 today, will need not less than 10 to 12 crore rupees for their milestones in their life. Only for their milestone, Karthikeyan sir. I've excluded monthly expenses from 30 to 60. That I've excluded. So normal middle class, salary class person will need around 10 to 12 crore rupees. From where that money will come, sir? Karthikeyan sir might be very lucky going to KBC Amitabh Bachchan show, winning 7 crore rupees. But then how many of us will win that, sir? Singh sir, out of 20, 30, 40 lakhs, only 1 or 2. And that is only an exception. So from where 10 to 12 crore rupees will come? Yes, now I can give you confidence to all the young participants. They all can have 10 to 12 crore in their life, provided they started seriously working right from the day start earning on savings and investment. Every person can have 10 to, it is not a big amount. It looks to be big amount. But if you are consistent, Singh sir, if they are regular in their savings right from the day one, and they keep increasing their saving every year, they're putting their money into the best investment mode, even by taking some risk, they are earning real return. Everybody can have 10 to 12 crore rupees. So kindly think very seriously right from the day you start earning. And the chart which we have made, sir, Karthikeyan sir, first column, second column, and third column. What is it, sir? Technically, it is called financial plan. Yeah. And my dear friends, with the blessing of Singh Sahab, I want to request all the young participants, every family, Singh Sahab, must have financial plan. Every family, because financial plan is a broad idea of the money we will need at what time. And that financial plan, Singh sir, will give them guidance to have money when they need it. So, and it is not a rocket science, Karthikeyan sir. We just discussed every family can have their financial plan. So I will request all young participants, those who are below 40, kindly develop their financial plan. Because psychologists say, Karthikeyan sir, that those who have distinct and clear purpose and object in their life, it is most likely that they will achieve it. So kindly have financial plan, frame it and put it in your drawing room. Every day when you woke up, first say namaskar to your financial plan. See your financial plan daily, in the sense that how much you have achieved. It is a must. And one more thing I wish to mention here, that is again very important. That is, sir, rule of compounding. Singh sir, rule of compounding is 8th wonder of the world. Kindly understand it very carefully. Rule of compounding, Dr. Mrityunjay Kumar sir, is a magic for the middle class, salary class person. And rule of compounding, simply speaking, in investment, sir, is nothing. You have to make a promise with yourself. Singh Sahab, you know it very well, sir. You have to make a promise with yourself that whenever and whatever return or income I will get on my investment, I will never use that return for my personal consumption or for my family obligation. What I will do, I will simply club that return with my regular investment and reinvest it. That promise you have to make it. I will simply club my return or income, may it be 10,000, sir, may it be 10 lakhs. Whenever I get return, or income on my investment, I will never use it for my personal obligation, for my vacation, for any other purpose. Simply club it with my regular investment, which I am making, and do it. And Karthikeyan sir, you will be happily surprised after 15-20 years, your return or income will be much more than your original investment. But Singh sir, we all know it, it will not happen today, it will not happen tomorrow. It will take 15, 20, 25 years. So kindly think rule of compounding very seriously in your investment philosophy, because multiplying effect benefit will come only over a period of time, and only when you never touch your return or income. So all these things I have discussed, Karthikeyan sir, you might say that I have taken much of your time for these very petty things, but Singh sir, I feel personally that these are very, very important things for your investment success. All these young participants must understand these things very carefully before taking their investment journey started. So my dear friends, think all these things we have just discussed very carefully. Now, very briefly, next 10-15 minutes, Karthikeyan sir, we will discuss what are the investment options available for the middle class, salary class person, because that is very important. What are the investment options available for all of us? And the first option available for all of us, and very important option available, Singh Saab knows it very well, governmental saving scheme. Government of India has got a good number of saving scheme, Dr. Mrityunjay Kumar sir. And these young investors must invest in governmental saving scheme. And the first and the foremost governmental saving scheme, my dear young participant, and very good scheme, that is Public Provident Fund Account, PPF. My dear participants, those who are young, and if you have not opened Public Provident Fund account, you have missed something. Kindly must open a Public Provident Fund account as early as you can. And Karthikeyan sir, it can be opened with any post office or a bank. Now, most of the banks are also operating this account. In PPF, minimum you can deposit yearly 500 rupees, and maximum you can deposit it 1.50 lakhs in a year. And presently the interest rate is 7.10%, compounding every year. And income tax deduction, Singh Saab knows it very well, also allowed under Section 80C. And the scheme is for Karthikeyan sir for 15 years. Any individual, whether you are earning, whether you are in profession, whether you are in a business, whether you are in service, you can open a Public Provident Fund account. The PPF account is opened for 15 years, my dear Karthikeyan sir, but it can be extended, Singh sir, beyond 15 years also, for the period of 5 years each time. It can be extended 5 years, 5 years, and 5 years. And my dear participants, I am requesting all of you, if possible, kindly open an account, PPF account, and deposit 1.50 lakhs, which is the maximum limit, every year in the month of April itself. Why? Because, Singh sir, because in that eventuality you will get interest for the whole year. You will earn interest for the whole year. But because of any reason you are not able to deposit 1.50 lakhs, Karthikeyan sir, and if you are depositing regularly, then my request is kindly deposit the amount before 5th of every month. It is a very small thing, because if you deposit after 5th, you will not get the interest for that month. So kindly deposit your PPF contribution before 5th of every month, so that you can earn interest for that month, and if possible 1.50 lakhs every year at the beginning of the financial year. This is a very good scheme. After that, second governmental scheme, Karthikeyan sir, is National Savings Certificate, NSC. It is again a very good Government of India scheme. I don't have time, so I will not elaborate each scheme. Get the details on the website. Third one is, sir, Kisan Vikas Patra. Kisan Vikas Patra, again a very good scheme of the Government of India. Then Singh Saab, who has individuals who have got daughter at their home. They have got girl child in their home. A very good government of India scheme is that is called Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana. Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, very good scheme of the girl child, where government of India has promised to give you maximum return, and present rate of interest, sir, is 7.40%, which is the highest. No other governmental scheme this rate of interest is given. 7.60%, Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana. So get the details of it. Then Karthikeyan sir, we can also invest into between some disturbances coming in between. Kindly keep your audio off if possible. Then Karthikeyan sir, we can also invest in government securities. We can also in government securities. And last month, RBI has started a portal, RBI Retail Central. Kindly note it down, that portal name, RBI Retail Central, through which we can get ourselves registered and deposit the in government securities. Then RBI also, Karthikeyan sir, keep issuing bonds, tax-free bonds and taxable bonds, where we can invest. Then Government of India has also started a new series, Bharat Bond 1 and Bharat Bond 2, which is basically for government undertakings. So where also we can invest our money. So Bharat Bond 1 and Bharat Bond 2 is a very good scheme. So all these things I have put, Singh sir, under the umbrella of governmental saving scheme. All these are governmental saving scheme. And the beauty of these scheme is, sir, there is no risk at all. Whatever government has promised, Karthikeyan sir, government will give us interest. Whatever, whenever scheme matures, government give money back. So these are all risk-free schemes. There is no risk. And I personally feel, things up, I might be wrong, but I personally feel that a normal middle class, salary class person should invest around 15 to 20% of their investment into governmental saving schemes, because that is a safety wall. Of course, we might not be getting extraordinary return on government saving scheme, but at the same time, we are getting reasonable return and our money is 100% safe. So I feel 15 to 20% should go into governmental saving scheme. Then after that, sir, all other options are, Karthikeyan sir, have got risk. All other options have got risk. Second option is real estate or property where we can invest. And I am not an expert, Karthikeyan sir, but property has got risk, sir. Firstly, there is no guarantee how much appreciation or return you will get. Secondly, for real estate, Singh Saab knows it very well, we require huge money. It can't be made in 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs. We will need 50 lakhs, 70 lakhs, 1 crore, 2 crore. And here again, in real estate, Singh sir, we all know, this investment is normally called illiquid assets. It means it takes time to liquidate the asset. It takes time. That is why property is second option. I leave it to you. Whatever you want to do, how much you want to invest in property, I leave it to you. Third option available here is, sir, gold, where we normally invest. Gold is, and sir, gold has been treated as a safety valve for the middle class, salary class person historically. For centuries together, every middle class, salary class person saved through gold as well. And Singh Saab, one more thing we all know, Karthikeyan sir, during the marriage of her daughter, we give gold to them in the form of jewelry. What is the purpose? It is a deep-rooted purpose, that in case my daughter gets some problem in future, at least they can come out of it through mortgage or sale of the gold. That is why we give gold our daughter as a jewelry. And so gold has been treated as a safety wall. And conventionally, Singh sir, we have been investing in gold in physical form only, by purchase of jewelry on biscuits. But now the time has changed, my dear friends. Kindly think of other option in gold as well. That is digital form of gold. And my dear friends, kindly note it down, Karthikeyan sir. A very good government of India, not private, government of India scheme is on for the middle class, salary class person. That name of the scheme is Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana. Sorry. Sovereign Gold Bond Scheme. Sovereign Gold Bond Scheme. My dear Karthikeyan sir, kindly note it down. Sovereign Gold Bond Scheme. In this scheme, Karthikeyan sir, you can invest online and offline in both modes. And if you go for online mode, you also get some discount of 50 rupees also. Minimum investment you can make is 1 gram gold. Maximum investment individual make is 4 kg gold. So you can invest up to 4 kg gold price. The scheme is for 8 years, Singh sir. It is for 8 years. And government is giving you 2 benefits, sir. One benefit is government is giving you 2.5% interest on your investment. 2.5% investment on your investment. And apart from that, whatever the price appreciation in the price of the gold, it will also be given to you. Suppose, Karthikeyan sir, today you are investing in the gold price is 50,000 10 gram. After 8 years, suppose the gold price become 80,000 10 gram, then 30,000 difference will also be given to you. The scheme is for 8 years. And when you continue with the scheme for 8 years, there will be tax benefit also. So it is a very good scheme. And here no physical gold will be given to Karthikeyan sir to you. Only a digital certificate will be issued by the government of India, Singh sir, that this much of gold you own and government of India will make your promise line. And what is the benefit, sir, Singh sir, for the country? Because you might not be aware, Karthikeyan sir, our country is importing gold of crores and crores of rupees every year. And most of the investment are idle investment. We just purchase the gold and keep it at home in jewelry. So this is the alternative of gold purchase. Now, young people, Singh sir, you will agree with me that now young girls don't want to have gold. Of course, mature ladies will definitely go for the gold, but young girls don't want to go have jewelry like that. So it is a very good scheme. So, and I personally feel that we should have around 5 to 7% of our investment, Singh sir, in gold. Normal middle class, salary class person should have 5 to 7% of their investment in gold. Now, last option we have is security market, share bazaar. And Singh sir, when I start talking about the share market, 2-3 messages come into the chat box. Arey sir, don't talk about this. This is share speculation, satta bazari. We don't know what happened, how market goes up, how market goes down. Mr. Karthikeyan might have invested some amount and might have lost some amount. So he's decided not to invest, never in security market. Karthikeyan sir, you are right. Singh sir, you know it very well. Security market is purely a knowledge-based market. And those who don't have knowledge must not invest into the security market directly. This is my firm opinion, my personal advice to all the young investors. If you don't have knowledge, Karthikeyan sir, you must not invest directly into the security market. But one thing here I want to make, sir. Security market has given highest return, Karthikeyan sir, during last 35 years. Singh Saab, you might be knowing, security market has given 15% average return, annual return, which no other product has given. Government securities has given hardly 7.5% to 8.5%. Property has given 8 to 9% return. Gold has given 6.5 to 7.5% return during last 35 years. But security market has given 15% return, which is the highest one. One more example I want to give you, Karthikeyan sir. Have you heard about the Infosys, sir? Infosys is a big name now. Everybody knows, sir. Singh Saab, you have also heard about Infosys? Very big name. In 1995, when Infosys share come into the market for the first time, Karthikeyan sir, and a person like Dr. Singh, who had invested 10,000 at that time, and he's continually invested, he had not withdrawn that 10,000. Can you imagine, Karthikeyan sir, what has been the value of that 10,000 today?
Return.
total 10,000 has become 64 lakhs. 10,000 has become 64 lakhs, provided you have continued with that investment, you have not sold those shares. So share market has got higher potentiality of return, but of course risk is there. There are three segments of share market, sir: primary market, secondary market, and indirect investment. I don't have time to go into the detail. Next time when Karthikeyan sir will give me time, we will have a detailed session for your students on security market. That will be a technical session to understand what security market is. So here again, primary market, secondary market is the direct mode of investment, but the indirect mode of investment in security market, Karthikeyan sir, is mutual fund. And everybody thinks, sir, I don't know, of course, things might not be interested, but every young person now keen to know about the mutual fund. What is mutual fund? Karthikeyan sir, mutual fund is nothing, Kavita ma'am, but you are giving your money to some experts to invest into security market. You are not directly investing it. You are giving your investment. You are giving your money to the portfolio is a part of it. You are giving your money to some experts to invest into the security market, and the purpose is very clear, Singh sir. It is not a social service. Invest my money as per your experience, as per your expertise, earn maximum money as much as you want and give it to me. So it is not a social service. So in mutual fund, Karthikeyan sir, the uniqueness of mutual fund is that, Kavita ma'am, in mutual fund, schemes are available for all categories of investors. In the sense, suppose Karthikeyan sir, you don't want to take risk like Honorable Singh sir, Suresh Prasad Singh sir, he said he's very senior, I don't want to any risk. There are schemes in the mutual fund which has got least risk. But at the same time, Kavita ma'am, there are schemes in the mutual fund which has got moderate risk. And at the same time, mutual fund has got schemes, Kavita ma'am, which has got highest risk. So for all categories of investors, those who want to take no risk, those who want to take moderate risk, those who want to take high risk, schemes are available in the mutual fund. Likewise, in mutual fund, schemes are available, Karthikeyan sir, where you can invest your money even for a single, or even for a 1 week, for a very short period. If you want to invest, schemes are there, liquid funds are there, overnight funds are there. But if you want to invest for 3 months, other scheme is there. If you want to invest for 1 year, other schemes are available. If you want to scheme for 5 year, 10 year, 20 year, other schemes are available. For all category for investment, according to your risk appetite and time horizon of investment, my dear friends, mutual fund schemes are available. Firstly. Secondly, in mutual fund, there are two major categories of investment, sir. One is equity fund and other is debt fund. Equity fund is suitable for the person like Mr. Karthikeyan, who is young, who can take risk, and who are going for who wish to have higher return. But a person like Dr. Suraj Prasad Singh, who is very senior, he don't want to take risk. Then other category of mutual fund scheme is available. That is called debt fund, DEBT, debt fund. In equity fund, my dear friend, my dear participants, your money, your savings are invested into the equity share of the company, Karthikeyan sir. And when your money is invested into equity share, you all know share price of the equity goes up and down every day. So there is high risk, but there is probability of getting higher return in equity fund, but risk is higher. But in debt fund, if you don't want to take, then reasonable return is there, because your money will be given as a loan to the corporate in debt fund. Kindly understand the difference. In equity fund, your money will be invested in the equity shares. In debt fund, Singh's up, your money will be given as a debt, as a loan to the corporates. There you get the rate of return is there, that is reasonable with lesser risk. So it is up to you to decide. The best way of investing into mutual fund, which is also a magic, Karthikeyan sir, understand very carefully. It is called SIP, Systematic Investment Plan. It is a mode of investing. It is you can invest through SIP in equity fund and debt fund both. It is a mode of investment. And Karthikeyan said, what is SIP? SIP is nothing. Exactly. It is nothing, sir. It is a regular investment. Every month you are investing. Every month. A fixed amount, fixed date. Suppose minimum amount you can invest SIP is 500 rupees. And I will request all your students kindly start investing through SIP out of your pocket money. Because that will give you a sense what investment is. So SIP, Karthikeyan sir, is a magic where a middle class, salary class person can invest a small amount every month, and over a period of time, it becomes very good, very huge. I just give you one example. Singh Saab, you should also understand that. But it is not for you, but just make you understand I am sharing this example. And it is a fact. What I am sharing, Karthikeyan sir, it is a fact. But I will not name the scheme of the mutual fund or not the name of the mutual fund, because that will be unfair on my part, Singh Saab. And unnecessarily that will be marketing of that scheme. But facts are there. Suppose in 1995, Karthikeyan sir, one equity fund was started by a mutual fund company. Kavita ma'am, understand the dates very carefully. In 1995, one equity scheme was started by a mutual fund company, and a smart investor like Suresh Prasad Singh sir, who were very young at that time, he started an SIP of 10,000 rupees per month. Matlab, he started 10,000 every month. He is investing right from 1990. I again repeat the date, sir. 1995 onwards, every month, Suresh Prasad Singh sir is investing in this equity fund 10,000 rupees per month. Today, this month also he has invested. Every month he is investing. Karthikeyan sir, can you imagine how much that amount has become today? Can you imagine, sir?
Yes.
1995, 10,000 per month.
Yes.
Every month. Can you imagine where Kavita ma'am has got? Kavita ma'am. Karthikeyan sir, it has become 9.57 crore.
9.7.
9.57 crore. Is it not a magic? Every year 10,000 per month through SIP. And during this period, Karthikeyan sir, market might have gone up, market might have gone down. Lot of up and downs might have come into the market.
Sir,
but
sir, is it SIP or ULIP, sir?
SIP. I am talking of SIP.
Okay.
ULIP is a SIP. SIP is nothing, sir. It is a mode of investment.
Okay.
SIP is not a mutual fund. It is how you are investing. Systematic investment plan. Every month you are investing.
Okay.
So, because we middle class person don't have huge money every month, but every month we have 500 rupees, 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees. So if you start investing through SIP every month over a period of time, it will be a good amount. It will be a good amount. And during this 95 to 2022, Karthikeyan sir, market might have gone up, market might have gone down. Lot of up and downs would have been there. But Singh Saab consistently invested 10,000 every month. He didn't stop. Normally what happened, Karthikeyan sir, when market goes up, people start investing. When market goes down, people say, no, Baba, we will incur loss. They stop the SIP or they stop investment. This should never be done. You must continue your SIP come what may. Whatever the state of market may be, you should not be afraid. When market goes up, you should not be happy. When market goes down, you should not get scary. You should continuously investing. And if you invested continuously, sir, over a period of time, 15, 20 years, there will be a huge amount you can develop. And Karthikeyan sir, I know a lot of my friends like you who have started more than one SIP. That is target-oriented SIP. One SIP for going vacation after 5 years. One SIP for higher education of children happening after 25 years. third SIP for retirement plan, fourth SIP for purchase of whatever. You can have more than one SIP. And nowadays, in SIP, top-up facility is also available, Karthikeyan sir. Top-up means you start SIP of 500 rupees. After one year, you can increase it to 700 rupees or 1000 rupees. It can also be done. So now people are having more than one SIP. These are target-oriented SIP. And I will request all young participants like Mr. Karthikeyan and kindly think of starting one or more SIP for your targets. As we discuss in financial plan. So that will be target-oriented SIP. But understand one thing, sir. There is no guarantee. I am not no guarantee in mutual fund. But history says that and I am very clear. I don't know whether Singh Saab will agree with me or me. I am of the opinion, Karthikeyan sir, next 5 years, Kavita ma'am, are going to be golden period of India. As far as our economy is concerned, we will grow like anything. And who will get benefit, Karthikeyan sir? Only those who are investors. Only they will get the benefit. There are two categories of persons, Karthikeyan sir. One category, people, the maximum of that category, they go to the stadium, sip cold coffee, eat popcorn, clap for the players and come home. And there are other categories of person, Kavita ma'am, those who play, those who are players. Ultimately, who gets the benefit, Karthikeyan sir? The players only.
Participate.
Only players.
Participator.
Exactly. So you have to participate. You have to be investor for getting benefit of the economy. If our economy expand, then who gets the benefit? Only those who are investors. So kindly be investor. Don't be a spectator only. Be a player. Be a player. So SIP is the best magic for the middle class option. The other one more benefit there, Singh Saab, in mutual fund, that is called SWP, Systematic Withdrawal Plan. Kavita ma'am, understand it very carefully. SWP is opposite of SIP. In SIP, Singh Saab, we are investing regularly. Karthikeyan sir, in SWP, we are withdrawing regularly. And it is beneficial for the retirement life. Suppose you have accumulated, you have accumulated 5 crore rupees for your retirement plan. Now you have retired. After retirement, what will happen, sir? We will not be having regular income. We will not be getting salary. How to manage our affairs? SWP can help you out. In SWP, when you retire, simply send a mail to the mutual fund company where you have got corpus. That next year onwards, kindly keep transferring 2 lakh rupees per month from my bank account from my corpus to my bank account. They will religiously do it because that will be your money only. But they will religiously transfer 2 lakh rupees from your corpus to your bank account. Sir, what will be the first benefit? Mr. Karthikeyan will have 2 lakh rupees on first like salary. You will enjoy even in retirement life, you will enjoy like anything. So there will be no stress on your mind. And second benefit will be whatever amount remain with them, it is invested. You will continue to get return on that investment amount. So SWP is a proposition where you can live your life, retirement life comfortably. But for that, Karthikeyan sir, you have to develop a huge corpus. You will develop for retirement life. There are a lot of things I want to share on the mutual fund, but already time is over. You are also seeing your watch and I am also seeing my watch.
Yeah.
So I am completing it. Last 2 things I wish to request all the participants. 2 things. Mr. Karthikeyan and Kavita ma'am, there is a menace in our country which is called Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committees. Singh Saab knows it very well. These are bogus schemes. People come to you, they will promise you higher return, doubling your money in 3 and 5 years. Karthikeyan sir, they will simply take your money and vanish. So kindly never invest your hard-earned money in Ponzi scheme or chit funds. And I know, Karthikeyan sir, you will not invest. You are educated person. Kavita ma'am is invested. Of course, Singh Saab has never invested. Who normally invests in those schemes, Kavita ma'am? Those who are not so educated.
Never.
Your maid servant, your peon, your driver, your electrician, your taxi driver, your milk vendor, your grocery shop owner. People, they don't know much about the investment, all these things. They invest their hard-earned money in such bogus schemes, and they are looted, sir. I am using the word looted because they will simply lose their money one day or other. So Karthikeyan ma'am and Kavita ma'am, kindly start a campaign through your students across your area, Chidambaram. Educate as much people as you can that they should never invest their hard-earned money into such bogus schemes. And if they don't know anything, they simply put their money into bank or post office. At least their money will be safe. So kindly start a campaign. And last thing I wish to request, throw Karthikeyan sir to all the participants. Karthikeyan sir, I am taking your name. Last thing I want to request all the participants, Kavita ma'am, prosperity is my right. Every participant is saying, Singh sir, I want your blessings. Every participant is saying, prosperity is my right. I might have born into a poor family. Birth in a poor family, Singh sir, is not a curse. It is an incident only. But to live as a poor and to die as a poor is a curse, which we all can avoid by simply managing our money in a most prudent manner, by by saving as much as we can save, and by putting our saving into investment mode, and we prosper, and we all can be prosper. I can give you confidence, I can give you faith that we all can be prosper, provided you are serious about your money right from the day you start working. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank
The
you.
class is
Very
very-
informative session. And participants, please off your mic. I request to the Vice Chancellor of our Professor Suresh Prasad Singh to contribute his ideas over this platform for 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen. So,
Thank you.
I have a little observation to say only. So,
Thank you.
respected the great Vice Chancellor of this great university, the great registrar, the dean, the head of departments, and my friend Professor Ramchandran ji. Really, I am very happy that you have allotted some time to me to speak a few words. And I feelingly thank you very much, Professor Ramchandran. And I feel that it is a grand occasion for the scholars present here to arrive at certain sound findings through deliberation and interaction. Friends, we have to resolve to seize a moment and leverage the unprecedented explosion of talent, entrepreneurship, and innovation to catapult this dynamic country to the status of a developed nation. Friends, coming to the topic, I have to say a few words. That the story of Indian startups began over 4 decades ago. Through the 80s, a handful of pioneering IT service companies such as TCS, Infosys, that my friend have said, he has named Infosys, and Wipro placed India firmly on the global economic maps. Today, India has third largest startups ecosystem in the world with around 60,000 startups, and it is expected to witness consistent annual growth of 12 to 15%. So friend, however, not all startups are as successful. That you have to keep in mind, that all the startups are not successful. And according to a recent survey, over 94% of the new businesses fail during first year of operation, and due to lack of funds, and that is the lack of funds is the main reason. Friends, so the self-financing, I'm coming to this for only 1 or 2 minutes. The self-financing is the #1 form of self-financing used by most business startups. Self-financing, also known as uh, bootstrapping, and this is the effective of a startup financing, especially when you are starting your business. This will easy to raise due to less formality. When you have your money, you are tied to business. But this is suitable only if the financial requirement is very small. So other financing sources of fundings are the crowdfunding, seeking help from the angel investors, the venture capitalist, incubation or accelerator programs, banks and government startups. So friends, so there are so many advantages and disadvantages also. I'm due to sort of time, I'm not going to discuss and all that. I cherish the belief in the end. I cherish the belief that there are so many problems and all that in this private investment, as my friends have said. But I cherish this belief that the academician person present here, the senior persons, the professors present here, will dissipate more and ever more the fog, which makes us stumble when we try to know the various aspects of these investment plans and the financial things and other things. So thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much for giving me time.
Thank you,
What do
sir.
you-
Thank you very much. Thank you for your
Sir, Ramchandran sir, just
informative. And
Ramchandran
one
sir,
thing, yes.
Ramchandran sir, I want the observation of Professor Singh about my session. I would be
You
very
saw,
grateful.
really, it was wonderful. I must say. So I got so many information that I must tell you, Sarji, that I'm 75 plus. And you gave me some suggestions also, and I'm really very happy. And it's excellent session and very informative to the young people, the young professors who are participating there. They must learn, they must note down the experiences of my friend who has given just now. So thank you. I would like to hear you again, sir. So thank you very much. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for your valuable information and much guidance over for the participants. Definitely, it will be beneficial and also future informative and placing my heartfelt thanks to you, sir. Thank you very much, Professor, Vice Chancellor of Para University and
Okay,
former
thank you.
Vice Chancellor of Himalayan University, Itanagar, Meghalaya. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Any question and answers, question session?
Dear sir, one question is, can we invest on index fund? Which is best?
Yes, yes, my dear participants, I would be very happy if 2-3 questions come from the participant. They can just raise their hand. As far as the question is concerned, yes, for the beginners, those who wish to begin investment through mutual fund, index fund are the best bet. And even students, I will request all of you kindly start investing 500 rupees through SIP in good index fund. Yes, index fund is the best option for the person who is starting his investment journey.
Sir, one more question is, what is index fund?
Index fund is basically movement in index fund is strictly according to the movement in the index. So broadly, your investment would be around the movement of the index. Suppose January index is 60,000 and December index 62,000. So index increase is around 2,000. So your literally rather is 63,000. So suppose in that case, index has moved from 60 to 63. It is 5%. So your return will be broadly around 5%. So your in the index fund, your return will be broadly on the similar lines of the movement of the index fund of the index, that is Nifty index or BSE index?
Murali K, please unmute your ID option, sir, please. Yes, sir. Please unmute your ID option, sir. Murali K, sir, please.
Yeah. I am Murali calling from Chidambaram. I am an alumni of Annamalai University. What is the CAGR of mutual funds, sir?
CAGR basically is the average return.
Yeah, what is the percentage?
Sir, that's why I am telling you, percentage is not fixed. CAGR of every scheme is different.
No. By and large, see the total scenario of the industry. The people are telling that for long term it is giving 12% returns. You know I want to know the justification for 12%.
Sir, there is, honestly speaking, that only justification is the movement in the share market. 12% simply means that market have moved upward 12%. But again, I tell you, CAGR is different from scheme to scheme.
I do agree.
It is not fixed, and it will change year to year, even quarter to quarter it will change, because it is totally dependent upon the movement of the share market.
Yeah, as you said, mutual fund is the 8th wonder of the world.
I am not, sir. What I said was rule of compounding is the 8th wonder of the world, not mutual fund. But those who invest in mutual fund through SIP get the benefit of rule of compounding.
Yes. See, how we can get the rupee cost average?
Rupee cost average, yeah, rather it will be more than average, sir. In mutual fund return, it will be more than, and sir, I don't know whether you will agree with me or not, but I am of the opinion that next 25 years, 50 years are going to be golden period for Indian economy.
Absolutely, you are correct. Absolutely, you are correct. Because
and sir, if the economy grows, definitely we will be benefited. We means investors.
Yeah, sure. See, our Sensex is going to touch around 1 lakh, it seems.
God bless you, sir. God bless you.
Yeah,
Okay, sir. Thank you. Any more questions? Any more questions, participants? Participants, any more questions? Yes.
Hello. Any other question from the participant?
Sir, please. Yes, sir, there is, sir, please off. Yes, sir, please off your, sir, one ID option, sir, please. Dr. Ramachandran, sir, please.
Yes.
Okay, sir, please. Please, sir, Dr. Peraswamy, sir, please, sir.
Sir, as you said.
Sir, there are two systems. Please close one system, sir, please, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir, please, sir.
Sir, are you able to hear?
Sir, there is no voice clarity, sir. Sir, please off one mobile phone, because there are two mobile phone or laptops are at same place, sir. Please close one system, sir, please.
Okay. Sir, am I audible?
Yes, sir, clear, please.
Sir, as you said, in our university we are having an incubation center.
Great, sir. Great.
Sir. We are having meant for manufacturing sector.
Okay, sir.
But not related to financial service sector.
Sir, we can help you out. We can help you out, your students, to go in that direction as well.
Okay.
Definitely. I will be in touch with you. We will definitely work out something for the benefit of the students.
Okay, sir. In future, we will have the interaction with you
and we try to start the financial service sector incubation center.
Absolutely.
In the Department of Commerce and Management Studies, sir.
Sir, one more thing I will facilitate for your students. SEBI has started an institute, a National Institute of Security Market, NISM. And NISM has got lot of courses, online courses and offline courses. So next, I will arrange a session for your student from NISM professor.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
They will give you idea about what the careers are available in the security market. That will be beneficial for your students.
Definitely, sir.
Thank you, sir. And at
Sir,
last,
thank you. One more, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sir, in this picture, I record.
Hello.
My wholehearted thankful for all the participants and the staff members of our department. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm thankful to all of you.
Sir, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Professor Govindarajan and Professor Pranaswamy, and a special thanks to all the participants and Mr. Sabjar Ahmed.
So can
Thank you.
I ask you just?
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable information, sir. It's really enlightening and encouraging us. It will be highly beneficial to the participants and delegates of the one-day webinar on the topic on personal finance support and wealth creation for startups roadmap. Sir, we have contributed many points over for investors, particularly to the budding entrepreneurs. It's enthusiastic and energetic and encourageable one. And the department upholds your valuable information, and the students is also highly useful. At this juncture, I place heartfelt thanks to you as you have contributed valuable information on the subject matter of the theme. Vote of thanks.
Thank you, sir. And I request all the participants within 10 to 12 days, e-certificate issued all the participants. Thank you, sir. And at last, sir, we played the national anthem. And so I request all the participants stand up at at his or her chairs.
Sir, one minute. Vote of thanks. Vote of thanks. After that, you can play the.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, please.
Honorable Vice Chancellor of Annamalai University, most respected Registrar of Annamalai University, most respected Dean of Arts, my beloved and most respected Head of the Department of Commerce, and other department heads and professors of University, Commerce Department professors and associate professors of Commerce, Annamalai University Commerce Department deputed staffs, non-teaching staffs of Commerce Department and University B section and C section. I place my salute to the university authorities for granting permission to convene this one-day webinar time. It's a very great pleasure to congratulate the participants and other dignitaries of the one-day webinar. And I also proud to thank the Vice Chancellor of Ara University, Bihar, Professor Suresh Prasad Singh Ji. He is a Vice Chancellor of twin universities, Itanagar, Meghalaya, and Dean and professors of various universities in India and abroad. Around five countries, dignitaries have attended through Zoom as well as in YouTube, namely Professor P.K. Agarwal, Professor Muhammad Arif Dhaka, Bangladesh, Dipendra Kumar, Chairman, Kathmandu, Pokhara University, Nepal, Professor Narayan Madhukar, Mauritius, Muhammad Ali, Dhaka School of Economics, Bangladesh, Professor Irak Jodi Ghosh, Maharishi Dayanand University, Haryana, Professor Vicky Mukherjee, Kolkata University, Kolkata, Professor Rajesh Ramesh, Maharashtra, Dr. Nyanaraj, Vishaimar College, Dr. D.K. Madan, Indian Economic Association, Professor B.C.M. Patnaik, AIT University, Bhubaneswar, Odisha, Professor Anurag Agarwal, Uttar Pradesh, Professor Rajesh Seth, United States of America, Professor Seta Srinivasan, Scientist, Humanities, Social Sciences, United States of America, Professor Tapas Mishra, United Kingdom. I salute you all, you sir, for sparing your time to attend this webinar. I place my heartfelt thanks to you, sir. I also thank my department students, MCOM integrated and choice-based grade system of Annamalai University, and the head of departments and the staff members of other colleges and universities and participants of the webinar. It's a great proud to thank all the dignitaries and all the non-teaching staff members, professors of the department, associate professors of the department for sparing their time over to attend this one-day webinar. I place my heartfelt thanks to one and all. I place to the organizing secretary, Professor N. Srinivasan sir, for contributing his efforts to bring over information to welcome all the dignitaries of the one-day webinar. Thank you, sir. I place my heartfelt thanks to my head of the department for sparing his time and granting permission to convene this one-day webinar. Thank you, sir. National Anthem.
Ramchandran sir, on my behalf, I am thankful to Dr. Govindarajan, Dr. Periswamy sir, and to all your faculty members for giving me opportunity. Special thanks to Mr. Sabjar Ahmed, and we will definitely have more such programs in future in your association for your faculty members and staff members and students. Thank you very much. God bless.
We also thankful to you, sir. We also thankful to the AMFI.
And sir, sir, special thanks to Dr. Ramachandran.
Yes.
Yes, sir, because of his initiatives, more than 1,600 registration till now, 1,750 registration this time now, sir.
Great.
So I, from Amfi side, sir, we special thanks to Dr. Ramachandran, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your great initiative and efforts in organizing this and in collaboration with Department of Commerce, Annamalai University. It's a milestone, and all these efforts because of our head of the Department of Commerce. All these efforts have been took over by the head of the department.
At last, sir, we
place
play
my heartfelt to my head of the Department of Commerce, Annamalai University. Without his help, nothing should not be done here. So I place my heartfelt thanks to my head of the Department of Commerce, Annamalai University. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
At last, a national anthem. So we play at last national anthems.
Here, head of the department is not only the head of the department, entire department. All the system staff members, the credit goes to
Uchal Jan Shikhar
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you. The webinar